Well, I finally got around to making a cover for my other sofa, and you can see that it is in desperate need of a cover. The last cover I made out of drop cloth fabric. This one I'll be making out of this fabric, and it will sort of go because the base of this is neutral, a bit like the drop cloth fabric. It's like a neutral sort of tone, so it will go. That fabric I actually got from Spotlight for $2 a meter. I got 10 meters, $20. I should have enough for it. I think I might have made a few cushion covers out of it, so it might not be quite 10 meters, but that's the cover that I made previously. I've made the pattern up, so all I have to do now is to place the pattern on the fabric, cut it all out, and then I can start sewing. Fabric sitting there in the family room for a few weeks, and I kept looking at it and I just never had the initiative to do it. I just couldn't be bothered, but this day I thought I'm going to do it. I feel like doing it, so at least I'll cut the fabric out. But little Khaleesi had other plans. I actually gave up that day, and I thought I can't be bothered. I'd lost my mojo. It took me about a week to find it again, and when I did that, it was all good. I started pinning the pattern on my fabric and cutting it all out. I thought I had better just actually check to see how much fabric I had. It was all scrunched up, and I thought I better had just checked before I kept cutting any more out, and I didn't measure it, but there it seemed like that there was enough, so I kept cutting out my pieces. And it wasn't until I got to cutting out the actual cushion covers that went over the slip cover here that I realized that it was going to be very close. Actually, it was close. It was not quite close enough because I didn't quite have enough, but I had to end up joining a few pieces together to make the patterns fit. These seams will actually be under the cushion, so it won't be noticeable. Even after sewing that piece on, I realized I still was just a little bit short, so I sewed another square onto there. Like I said, it's patchy there, but it will be underneath and it won't be noticed. There my piece is cut. Now I can start sewing. You can see what I sewed just there. I sewed the middle piece, the top and the base, and unfortunately at this point Callie reared her little pretty head again and started annoying me and yeah, I did persist this time. Look at this cat. Look what she's done. Callie, how are you going to get out of that? So what I tried to show you before, and Callie was in the way, is the side pieces I'm going to sew the little corner piece onto first. Last time I sewed all of the big pieces together and then I attached this, and it was just a bit difficult going around these bits, so I'm thinking if I attach this it might be a little bit easier. I'm just wondering here what to do though, whether I sew right up to the end or whether I should not. I don't know. It's really awkward, this little piece, I find, but I'll sew up to the end and we'll just see how it goes. I can always unpick it if I have to. I like placing the pieces on the couch to actually pin them. That way you can make sure it's fitting properly, and if it's not, you can adjust it. So here, just wanting to make sure that that's all right, and that looks, well, that looks really good actually. There are times when I'm in the middle of sewing and there are threads everywhere and seams and I'm sewing crooked and I'm thinking this isn't working, but I've turned it the right way just to make sure so I can do the other one the same. I'm really pleased with that. That looks really nice and neat and even in here, which is really, really awkward to do, I found the first time, but by sewing this piece onto the side arm first makes such a huge difference because you're not having to sew the whole piece and trying to navigate all these corners. All you're doing is just sewing straight up and down, and yeah, it's made a huge difference. I'm just attaching the front pieces to the arms, so I'll attach the front, but I'll also attach the back. There's another panel that needs to be attached as well. I'll put a link to the previous video I did for the first slip cover because I go into more detail about how I made the pattern, how I measured it, and then when I put it together I sort of go into that a little bit more. And this is more like just I don't know, bring you along with me type of thing as I sew it up. I wasn't almost going to film it, but I thought I may as well because I did do it a little bit differently there, as you saw with this little side piece. So yeah, that's a bit of an adjustment, but I'll also put another video up there because I actually made a made the actual measurements. So if you have this Jazz two-seater sofa, you'll be able to make this because I have the measurements. At this point, I'm just checking to see if the cover fits. The slip cover is actually finished at this point, except for the hem. So this is a slip cover portion, and now I'm going on to doing the actual cushion covers. These are I call them bag cushion covers. So it's just one piece of fabric sewn up both sides with a zip down the end, and when it comes to putting them on, we just fold in the corners. At one point, I was making cushion covers. I was trying to sew 5 pieces of material together. It was just absolutely ridiculous, and I thought there has to be a better way, and so I simplified it, and that's what I came up with. I decided to pin the bottom hem just to get the length that I wanted, and then I thought I could sew that and cut off any excess, but I changed my mind. I sort of couldn't be bothered doing that, so I just thought I'll let it all down and I'll trim it so that it is all even and it all is probably just level with the floor. That gave me a good base then to just turn it over for a hem. So I turned it over once, probably about 1 centimeter. I sewed that, then I turned it over again and I sewed that so there was no raw edge showing. So that's the hem there, and then it was time to put the covers on the cushions, and this is what I'm talking about here. You simply just fold the corners in and it gives a nice neat finish, and there the cushions done. I did 4 of those. It looks really pretty. I just want to keep making cushion slip covers, to be honest with you.